Mom's new boyfriend tried to replace my dad. But I was hiding something that destroyed them both. When I was 13, my whole world collapsed in one night. My parents got into a brutal argument, one I'll never forget. My mom screamed that she was done living with a ghost, and my dad slammed the front door so hard, I felt the walls shake. That was the night he left. Or at least, that's what Mom told me. I didn't see him for a while. No calls. No letters. Just gone. I cried every night, thinking he left me too. But what I didn't know then was that he hadn't walked away from me. She had pushed him out, and then erased him from my life. A few weeks later, she brought someone new into our home. His name was Greg. He had this forced smile that never reached his eyes and a deep voice that sent shivers down my spine. I was polite at first, what choice did I have? But something about him, it was wrong. Off. He moved in too fast, started rearranging furniture, telling me how I should dress, even what to eat. And then came the worst part. Mom sat me down one morning, smiled like she was announcing a trip to Disneyland, and said, "I want you to start calling Greg Dad. He's part of the family now." I froze. My real dad had barely been gone a few months, and suddenly this stranger was supposed to replace him? I said no. Flat out. I expected her to be angry, but instead she gave me this twisted smile, like she knew something I didn't. That was the first red flag. But here's the thing, I had a secret. One that Mom didn't know. While she was busy trying to erase my dad from my life, I was secretly talking to him. Every Friday after school, I'd sneak off to the library, where I'd use a hidden phone he gave me. We'd talk for hours. He told me everything. About how she forced him out. About how he fought to see me, but she blocked every call, deleted every message. He even showed me court papers. She was lying to me from the beginning. So I started watching her closely. And I began to notice things. She was always on edge, especially around Greg. He'd grab her wrist a little too tight when they fought. Whisper threats when he thought I wasn't listening. And then I found it, hidden in her closet. A journal. Pages and pages of her fears, of how she didn't feel safe, how she regretted bringing Greg into our lives. She even wrote, "I think he's watching me while I sleep." That's when I knew I had to get her out. But I couldn't confront her directly. Not with Greg around. So I came up with a plan, with my real dad. We decided to record Greg. Catch him saying something, anything, that could get him out of the picture legally. But it wasn't easy. He was careful. Too careful. Until one night, when everything came crashing down. I was pretending to sleep. My bedroom door cracked open, and I saw Greg's shadow standing there. Just watching me. Breathing heavily. He didn't come in. He just stood there for maybe 5 minutes before finally walking away. That was it. The next day, I told my dad. He lost it. We filed a report. And that's when the police started digging. Turns out, Greg wasn't just Greg. His real name was Jason Whitmore. He'd changed his name years ago after a domestic violence conviction. He wasn't supposed to be anywhere near kids. When they arrested him, my mom cried for hours. But not because she missed him. Because she was scared. Scared of what he might have done if we hadn't acted fast enough. After that, things got quiet. My dad got partial custody. I spent weekends with him again. And slowly, Mom started to come back to herself. She apologized, really apologized, for trying to force me into something so unnatural. She said she thought she was doing the right thing, giving us a normal life again. But she admitted she was wrong. It took time, but I forgave her. Kind of. Now, I'm 17. My dad and I talk every day. And Greg, Jason, is behind bars where he belongs. Sometimes I still wake up in the middle of the night, thinking I hear someone at the door. But then I remember. I'm safe now. Because I never stopped believing in the truth. And I never gave up on my real dad. Mom tried to replace him, but some bonds can't be broken. Not by lies. Not by fear. And definitely not by someone like him.